27-0 sounds pretty daunting, but Red River wasn't fazed by the challenge. Jonathan Taves, Phil Jackson, Jim Kleinsasser, Zach Muckenhern. What do these four have in common? They're UND's highest drafted players in the four major sports. For the second Friday night in a row, UND could not get things done in regulation. Win or go home. From this point on, those are the only two options for the UND men's hockey team. Well, Michelle boasts a 4.0 GPA, not just through her classes at Sacred Heart. She also comes here to Northland, where she takes college classes. Exactly. The Dallas Stars have really limited their offensive chances. They're 1 for 20 on the power play. Maddie Sattler, pleased to be joined by tonight's World of Outlaw feature winner and even cooler, North Dakotan Donnie Schatz. Thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us. We appreciate it. 203 straight dual matches and 15 consecutive EDC titles. The Riders going for number 16 tonight against West Fargo Cheyenne, a team that didn't even exist the last time Red River lost. You played wide receiver last year. Played quarterback this year, but those wide receiver skills, they come in handy for that interception in the fourth quarter. But the Reistads aren't the only set of twins that make up the Polar Bears offensive line. Lining up at left guard and left tackle are the Hofer twins. A lot has changed in the running world in the last 50 years. The 8-minute mark for the 2-mile has been broken, and women now run the Boston Marathon. But one thing that's been constant in the track world in this area for the last half-century has been Bob Bauer.
Arnie Bakke, who has since passed, was the starter. And then as the years passed, I came up to Grand Forks, and Arnie was still starting, but he wanted to get out of the business, so he asked me if I would be interested.
Since 1966, Bauer has been firing the gun. But last Saturday's EDC meet was his last as the official starter. And while the decision to retire was hard for Bauer, he's ready to be done.
It's too hard on my hips to stand out there all that time, and so it's time.
Throughout his career, he started meets across the region.
I've started state meets in Minot, Bismarck, Wahpeton, and Grand Forks. I did think that I drove to the end of the world when I went up to the Lake of the Woods to start a track meet up there. So,
believe it or not, the job entails more than just starting the races.
I try to gain the confidence of the athletes and keep them calm.
And now he starts races with a golden gun.
50, if you think your grandparents, if they had a 50th wedding anniversary, it's the golden one, isn't it? So I figured I might as well have a golden gun. I was going to paint my cap gold too, but my wife wouldn't let me.
No golden cap, but definitely some golden memories.
I'll miss the athletes, and I want to thank the athletes and coaches for putting up with me for 50 years. And I'll say to the coaches, you have gotten better and better as the years have gone by.
50 years, thousands of races, and countless memories. Bob Bauer's left a legacy that'll last at least another half-century. Reporting for Sports Sunday, I'm Maddie Sattler. Hi again, everyone. For the last 14 years, the best tennis team in North Dakota has been Red River. The Riders looking to defend their crown today against a West Fargo Cheyenne team that ended the Riders' 203 dual match win streak a week ago. Riders pick up their first win at number 2 doubles. Isabel Krogh with the forehand between the Mustangs for the point. Krogh and Cassidy Johnson win 6-2, 6-2. Red River down 2 matches to 1. Riders needing a win, and Brooke Kennelly delivers. Kennelly and Maddie Johnson win 7-5, 6-3 to tie things at 2 matches apiece. So this came down to number 1 singles. Down 5-4 in the second set, Shaylin Johnson charges the net and gets the point to force a tiebreaker. But Mustangs' Monty Knutson up 8-7. Johnson can't return this point. Cheyenne wins 3-2, ending Red River's 14-year title streak.
I knew that we had won 2 matches, and to be that final match, it was really exciting because I knew I had the ability to become state champions with my team, and I could control it.
Oh, it feels really good. It's amazing. When I came out there, I was literally crying with happiness, honestly. I was so proud of her, and then I was so glad that me and my sister won too in order to win the whole state.
EDC baseball tournament in Fargo today. Red River taking on West Fargo Cheyenne. Riders in a tough spot in the second. With the bases loaded, Brady Bale pops up and Kobe Tweeton makes a great catch at the fence to end the inning. Cheyenne leading in the third and adding to it. Nash and McFerrin splashes one to right. The Mustangs take a 2-0 lead. 4-0 now in the bottom of the seventh. Bases loaded. Michael Sandry with a chance to become the hero, but he bounces out to the pitcher. Red River falls 4-0. 8th-seeded Devils Lake hoping to upset top seed West Fargo. Good defense from the Firebirds early on. Ben Shepard snags the liner at third, quickly throws to second to end the inning with the double play. Scoreless in the top of the third, Ty Ness grounds to the second baseman, but Jordan Hornstein scores and the Devils Lake leads 1-0. Jacob Mertens was fantastic on the mound today. He pitches all 7 innings, striking out Tanner Peterson to end the game. Devils Lake upsets West Fargo, winning 1-0. A couple Class B baseball scores. Carrington and Park River Fortville Lankin are advancing to state as both are crowned region champs today. And rugby tops #1 seed in Region 5 for a state tournament berth as well. The EDC softball tournament also getting underway today. Fargo Davies and Red River. The Eagles led 5-3 heading into the fourth, and then things got wild. The grounder to short is too hot to handle, and then it's thrown away. Caitlin Singh scores to tie things at 5. Later in the inning, Gabrielle Newell with the sharp single to left. Teresa Madsen comes in. Riders score 5 in the inning on the way to a 9-6 win. Devils Lake had the tough task of taking on defending state champion West Fargo. The Packers build a 10-0 lead early, but the Firebirds get out of the inning with a sharp ground out. That ends the inning. West Fargo, though, keeps piling it on in the fourth. Santana Roeder with the laser beam to left field. This one is not staying in the ballpark. 3-run home run. The Packers are cruising into the semis with a 14-1 win in 5 innings. Meanwhile, Grand Forks Central falls to Valley City in the third quarterfinal matchup of the day. EDC clash on the soccer field. Red River hosting Fargo Davies. Mari Rustabaki coming up clutch early. Watch this. Jenny Marsh gets past the defense, but Rustabaki makes a huge save to keep this one scoreless in the first. The Eagles do get on the board later in the half, though. Nice cross, and then Allie Matter to Ashley Matter, who finishes with the flick. The Eagles lose 2-0. Well, it's do or die for Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh. Tied at 1 in the second, Ben Lovejoy puts it on net. The puck bounces off the backboard, and Brian Rust hammers it home. Pittsburgh is moving on to the championship with a 2-1 win, a big win. And I'm going to put this on the record, put this out there. Matt Henson screamed louder than I've ever heard him scream after Pittsburgh won this game, so I'm pretty sure he's excited for the Penguins going to the Stanley Cup Finals and facing San Jose Sharks, right?
It's going to be a tough matchup.